Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is November 25th, 2024, and this is episode 116. My name is Roz and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada with my husband and my two kids who are 14 and 13. Welcome to any new viewers. I hope you enjoy my little corner of the crafty internet. And thank you very much to all my returning viewers, subscribers, commenters. I so enjoy interacting with you and appreciate that you're back here again. I know, you really want to know how my NaKniSweMo sweater is going, but we will get to that. Thank you to those who have supported the podcast. I do have a Ko-fi account linked below if you're interested in donating to the podcast. It just helps with the cost of equipment or anything like that that I do to record these lovely videos for you. Today I always feel so awkward asking or putting that in there, so I don't often put it in, but it is something I should get more used to. Today for you, I have what am I wearing, finished objects, works in progress, events, next on my needles, and books. Let's get started, shall we? What am I wearing? Today is a full winter day. It is snowing, it is dark, it is cold. It's still above 0 degrees, so the snow is very wet and it's just that chill in the air. Also, it's creating very weird light. It's very dark, very light. Anyway, because it's all reflecting. We're going with it today. And so I am wearing a lovely shawl. And I am, of course, wearing hand-knit socks, but I'm not going to show you those because I don't do feet on camera. This is Vanilla by Annie Baker Designs, and it's hard to see in this yarn, but it does have some elongated stitches in kind of different patterns, different repeats done it. And I love how this one sits. It's like a very deep wings on it, so it does go down like to my belly button, the point of it, but the strings are quite long, so it just sits on. Beautiful. The yarn is some leftovers from Fireweed Fiber Co. Had a 6-skein set that I knit into a Choose Your Own Adventure shawl by the girls from Northern Knits, and I super enjoyed knitting that, but I had these leftovers, and this turned out to be the perfect shawl for that. This 6-skein fade is called Dreams of Winter Light, so it's perfect for winter, and I'm so excited to wear it. I do have to figure out how to wear the bigger one. I think I got it, I have a couple shawl pins or cuffs and stuff. I think I got to figure that out because it is a lovely shawl. I just find that just draping it just falls off, or I have to knot it and the knot gets in the way, or I got to figure out how to wear that one, but I do love the colors of this. That's it for what am I wearing. Let's move on to finished objects. I have one finished object this week and I still can't believe it, but my sweater is finished. Honestly, I can't believe I finished it. So I started this sweater on November the 3rd because I couldn't start on the 1st because we were away. And then I hadn't even swatched yet or anything. So on the 3rd, I swatched and I washed my swatch. And from then until here, it was 19 days till I finished this. Sleeves, both sleeves are done. All the ends are woven in. I haven't washed it yet. So some of the ends are still sticking out because I don't trim them until after I wash it so that they sit nicely. But yeah, it's done. I did a split hem at the bottom. It's hard to see, but yeah, the bottom. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I love it and I can't wait to wear it. I did try it on like this, but this is superwash wool, so I'm gonna wait until after the washing process, which hopefully will happen today. I didn't want it to be wet when I showed it to you, so I haven't washed it yet because I keep thinking, oh, I'm going to record today, and now it's Monday and I'm recording, but here we are. So I will wash it later today, but I'm so excited. And the stripes, like I got the stripes to line up with the sleeves I'm just so excited. I'm so pleased with it. NaKniSweMo is always a very fun challenge. Last year I did do a DK weight sweater, which is thinner than this worsted weight, but and that I did do in the 30 days. It was much closer to the 30 days. But yeah, I think I might be ready for the 2-week challenge. Maybe in February. We'll see. We'll see. Let's talk about the details about the sweater. This is the Super Simple Summer Sweater by Hoki Locatelli. And she knit hers in a summer type yarn, and this is definitely like a wool. It is super wash, but it is a thick worsted weight wool, and this is going to be a winter wear. So the yarn that I used is that yarn habit in the worsted, in lustrous, which is the gray, the very silvery gray, and Everest, which is the green. And it really shows up teal on my video camera here, but it does have, it's a very green undertone. Like it's not forest, it's not teal, it's somewhere in between the two. But I love it, and I cannot wait to wear it. Hopefully I haven't been bumping my mic while I'm holding up the sweater. But yeah, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. That is it for finished objects. Let's move on to works in progress. For my first work in progress, I have picked up the other sweater I've been working on. And I have now a neckband and a bottom. So I had just done, I don't know where my, I'm not sure if I had shown you the rest of the, I must have shown you the rest of the body of the sweater. Basically, I just knit the hem of this, and then I just picked up the neck and did that yesterday. So I think I'm just about ready to bind off the neck. I don't want it too tall. But I did quite a long hem on it, and I did not do a split this time because this is a bigger oversized sweater, so it's going to fit nicely over my hips anyways. So yeah, then I just have the sleeves, and I'm good on this one. I'm so excited hopefully to finish that one before the end of the year. This pattern is Snow Wonder by Heidi Kiermaier, and I knit it out of some Cascade 220 Heathers in the silver gray colorway. I have tons of yarn left, so there'll definitely be some hats out of that in the future to use that all up. And I reclaimed that yarn from a project that I had knit Taylor, my now 13-year-old, and she had wanted a poncho and picked out that color. And now, and she never wore the poncho, so I reclaimed it, and now I'm gonna have a beautiful sweater out of it. So I'm just so excited about all the things today, all the sweaters. I'm definitely in my sweater era, making all the sweaters. But I do have a pair of socks as well. You've seen these quite a few times, but I am starting to make some decent progress on them. I had a few meetings this week, so I got another 2 centimeters done on the leg. So you can see the blue stitch marker right there, barely. Yeah, maybe more than 2 centimeters. I'm just going to keep going as tall as I can. The pattern that I'm using for these is the Hermione Everyday Sock by Erica Luter, but I am doing them toe up, which her pattern is cuff down. And then I used the OMG heel for the heel because I like the fit of that, and that can be toe up or cuff down. So I just threw that one in there. It's great, easy, kind of just pop it in heel. And just working away on these. So the yarn is Fireweed Fiber Co. in her Sweet Pea Sock, which is the same as the shawl that I'm wearing, is also Sweet Pea Sock. It is a wool and nylon blend, and this color is called Tea Time. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so just working away on my socks. And that is all of my works in progress currently. Let's move on to events. For events this week, I still have the Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party. This goes on until February. Basically, any projects that I start and finish within the NFL football season count towards imaginary points and gets you entered into fun contest prizes. draw prizes, whatever they're called. Also, it's a great way to chat with people and get some ideas and things, see what other people are working on. There is a lot of people knit stuff while they're watching football, but you don't have to. So you can check out the link in the show notes down below or the description box for more details on her website, but it's not too late to join if you would like to. And pretty much all my projects are counting for points nowadays, so that is excellent. Let's move on to next on my needles. So even though I am very excited to continue working on my Snow Wonder sweater, I saw that Pip and Pin had a test call out for a hat. And I've just been feeling like making a hat lately, something a little more complicated than just a musselburgh or just a plain ribbed hat or something. So, and this popped up and she needed it done really quick by the 30th. So I've basically got 5 days to finish a hat, which is totally doable in my world. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I am using some yarn that I got on our cross Canada trip. This one is actually from Montana, I think. I'll put a picture in here of it, and I'm very excited to be able to use up some of my stash yarn on a fun hat and help her out and get this tested for her. So you will see that coming up in probably the next episode. Maybe I'll have a finished object. Here's hoping. Let's move on to books. All right, for books. I have quite a few this week. It's been more than my normal 7-day rotation since I recorded, but only by a couple days. I had read most of these already in the week. Well, because I read a lot of books concurrently and I happen to finish a bunch at the same time. Because the way I do my book segments is I just tell you the ones that I finished, not the ones I'm currently reading, because some reads are more of a long-term read. Like I've been reading Game of Thrones with my husband for a long time. We just pick it up here and there. So I'm not going to tell you about it until we finish it. Or maybe we'll have a special episode about finishing that, because that's quite the series. So let's get into the books that I actually have finished. The first one is called The Cocky Thief by Mallory Crowe. And this one was just a fun read. I've heard about it on another podcast, and I can't remember which one now because I listened to quite a few, but I think it was one of the audio podcasts I listened to. There was some twists and turns, there's some intrigue, and, it's about a thief. So, there's criminal activity but some romantic feelings and all that kind of fun stuff. It was a fun read. I think I gave it 3 stars. It was a little bit predictable. There was, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. And the next one is Stolen Songbird by Danielle Jensen. And, it's not up right now, but she wrote, it's over there. She wrote the A Fate Inked Blood that I read in the summer. And this series that I've started now is one of her previous series. So it's set in a fantasy land. It's fantasy. It's always kind of based in that a little bit fairy tale world or some sort of historical lore kind of thing, but the details are described in a way that you definitely like. This is fantasy, but I thought it was very enjoyable and enjoyed reading that one. Oh, and I read both those, The Cocky Thief and Stolen Songbirds, were from my library, and I read them on my Kobo. What am I trying to say here? And the last one that I read on my Kobo is called Full Measure, and this is by Rebecca Yarros. And this one is one of her drama romance movie. I don't know, what do you call it? Just a regular. It's not. Rebecca Yarros wrote the Fourth Wing series, or is writing the Fourth Wing series. The first 2 books are out. The third one comes out in January. I'm not excited at all. Anyway, these are I'm reading some of her prior books because I enjoy her writing style a lot. So I read Full Measure, or Full Measures, got to say it right, And yeah, I think I give it three out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5. It was enjoyable. Wasn't my favorite of hers. You know, the character development was good and I enjoyed the story, but it wasn't anything like you have to go read it right now. So definitely enjoyed that. I read that also on my Kobo. Now into the audiobooks. If you watched the last couple episodes, you know I'm on the Twisted Tales kick right now. So I have I've listened to the next 4 that I had from the library. So there's Conceal, Don't Feel by Jen Calonita. I really should read these names ahead of time so I know how to say them. So that one is based off of the Frozen story, and it's you know, just a different retelling of that. And what if Anna and Elsa didn't know each other and lived apart from each other, and they couldn't be near each other because of the powers and the curse and the way they had to do the magic. So it was very interesting. Lots of the same characters. You know, Olaf was in it, Sven was in it, and all, and you know, anyways, lots of the characters, and you got to see a little bit more into the characters, obviously, than you could get into a kids movie because it's a full-length book. The next one is Once Upon a Dream by Liz Braswell, and this one is the Sleeping Beauty story. It you know, follows a whole different storyline about how the magic worked and how the curse worked and who were the players in it. And yeah, I loved that one. That one really, I really wanted to pick that one up and listen to it a lot. Yeah, that one really got me. The next one was Mirror, Mirror by Jen Calonita. I can say it. And that one is the Snow White and the Seven Dwarves story. Also a very good retelling of that. And, you know, different things happened. So, yeah, that one was good too. I'm just checking my list. And the last one, the one I just finished listening to, was Straight On Till Morning. And this one is Liz Braswell again. And this is the Peter Pan one. But like, if Peter Pan didn't come back for his shadow, and then time just went on, and then, you know, like, so Wendy is now 16 and going back to Neverland, and just the differences in that, yeah, like, so it was not like a retelling of the story, it was like a completely different story. And because it was a retelling of not a retelling of the story, she made some very different choices than the original story, and I loved it. I don't know if it was my favorite though, but it was good. It was good. It was good. I'll give it that. All right, that is it for books, which feels like a lot. The audiobooks, honestly, they're like 6 to 8 hours, and you know, I listen to them while I do the dishes and while I, you know, puttering around the house, or, you know, that kind of stuff. So I find a lot of moments to listen to those that I wouldn't necessarily be able to pick up and read a book. So I do tend to go through those pretty quickly. But anyway, it also helped because I was wanting to focus on my NaKniSweMo sweater so much, so often I would pop in an audiobook and knit away on my sweater instead of like watching TV or scrolling on my phone, which, you know, honestly is a good thing if you're not stuck on social media all the time, right? Although I do love social media. I do love Instagram. Can't help myself. All right, that is it for this week as I'm rambling on, and we will see you guys again next time. Bye.